Hello everybody, welcome to the final run of Hades, hopefully, where we might beat the game. I have no idea what's going to happen, so everything here is basically just me guessing what's going to happen, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this might be our final run here. So let's get right into it. Okay, what are we gonna use? What are we gonna upgrade? What's missing? Don't like the additional mana regen. That one's pretty decent.
Improved.
Hmm.
There we are.
Sure, why not? Who are we gonna pick? What weapon's gonna
Grave Thirst activated.
go for us here? Okay, this one already. Interesting. I mean, starting with this one is always very, very good. A single encounter in one region may be blissfully free from foes. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting.
All right.
I do prefer this one. So, what exactly changes here?
To start with each night.
Ah, and then there will be power rank 2. Oh, okay.
That well-worn storage case by now contains tokens of gratitude from many gods and more. A perpetual reminder that the princess of the dead shall never fight alone.
You're always with me.
Who are we gonna pick though? Birdie?
Come along, Rocky. Stay here.
Okay, Rocky. He's not called Birdie.
Here, Rocky. Works every time.
I mean, we're still missing one of them, unfortunately, but pretty sure we're gonna get them. I mean, am I gonna stop playing the game right after beating it? Probably not, right? Because we're still missing some things, but but also Crimson Desert's coming out, I think. Is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. So
Together we'll go far.
no, not yet. Sorry, my bad.
This is for you. Nourishing.
Okay, I think this is enough. I mean, we don't need to level him too much here.
What secrets lie within?
We can't level the aspect of Melinoë for these here. And this one here, it attacks the for 2 seconds. Oh, the Moros one seems pretty sick. The aspect of Eos. Omega fires a Daybreaker that deals damage in an area around it every 2 seconds. Daybreaker. Okay. I have no idea. And copies your specials. Uh-huh.
Grant me the aspect of Moros.
I should have known.
I like that they also have different visuals. This one looks kind of
For the savior of Olympus.
it's kind of interesting. Wait, we can level it again. Oh, I guess so, because we only need the initial one here.
Ignium, awaken.
Now we're talking.
Such power hides within.
Yeah.
Much to look forward to, Lord Moros.
Hey.
My disciples and I all salute you on account of having made it up to the big mountain, young one. Back when we drew breath, we could only dream of those hallowed heights.
I appreciate the encouragement, Commander, but I've got a bit of a climb still. The legions of Chronos are there in droves, and the mountain's defenses can't tell us apart.
Surely you jest. The mechanical marvels wrought by the gods themselves turned their deadly appendages on you? When you went all that way to help them out?
Basically, yes.
Ah, that's too
Welcome
bad.
to your new home.
Ah. We need 4 of them. Could go for the rivals play. It's always a bit risky, but should be enough for... Wait, are they locked on these weapons? Oh, okay, this... okay, I guess like since it's the final night, I mean, we might as well just disable everything. Although I think denial is actually good. I kind of want to keep denial because I think it's actually a bonus instead of a negative. As far as I can tell, at least. Okay, sure. So this is our last run here.
Typhon. Chronos next. For my family.
You really did it, gorgeous. That ugly monster's finally gone. I never could tell if he even had a heart, as there was not a trace of love in him at all. Only the worst intentions and desires. So much for those.
So I guess the strategy with this one is basically just
Rest now, all of you.
use special and attack, which is what we do anyway. Oh, this is gonna be one hell of a powerful build, I can already see it. Like, the base version is already so strong. Yeah, this is gonna be incredibly powerful.
Ensnared. Special delivery.
It's gone for good. He can't believe it still, but there has been no sign of that monstrosity up here since you last took him on. But why am I surprised? I figured if anyone could pull something like that off, it would be you.
Felt that.
Oh, do we forget our familiar? No! Did we not pick... Wait, did I actually not pick him though after leveling him so much? Does that count as losing? Because we did forget our pet. I already like the run. I don't think we need him to win, but I kind of don't want... I want him to be there, right? Okay, so all the upgrades are still there. Everything's still ready. Does this count as losing, though? I mean, in my book, it's a loss because I'm obviously too stupid to press a button, but... What a scuffed start.
My recent history detailed.
No, so it does not. Wait, you can just quit out when the run doesn't go to your liking? With this bitch shit. I think they should note this. To be completely honest, I think they should have a little bit of an information there. I think mana regen in this weapon can't be that bad, honestly. But on others, it's kind of rough to have that much mana regen. But okay, we have Rocky now, which was the intended
Done with Typhon.
partner
Chronos
here.
next. For my family.
Ah, but the RNG doesn't change.
Gorgeous. That ugly
Yeah, we heard this already. Ah, interesting. It does not change the seed. Very interesting. I wonder why they added this feature, though. It's more of a quit out if you're about to lose feature. I don't even know why you would use that, to be honest, beyond if you care about your history or something. I mean, I like that because I actually... Wait, this is different, though. I think. 'Cause I actually liked what we got there, but
It's her.
You truly rid us of that blasted Typhon. Never have we faced such an overwhelming threat, and all we could do was keep him at bay. Now we have the upper hand again because of you, my dear.
Very well.
holy shit, this is such a broken weapon, what the fuck?
Splinter and form. A cutthroat king specially for me.
This enemy is weirdly designed. Why does he not have a shield? Like, why is he just stun immune in general?
A gift from the earth.
How many gifts do we have right now?
Somehow Diddy's Typhon is gone. There is no longer any trace of him up here. So now to do the same to Chronos, then? Go on, let's give him everything we've got.
Interesting decision to limit ambrosia gains to, I mean nectar gains to 1 per night. I guess like technically now we can buy 3 of them. Special that knocks foes away. Of course this one early is incredibly valuable as always.
Victory. This is a soul belly. Interlopus. Property recovered.
Okay, that didn't get the multiplier though. Do we even need this one? Wait, don't tell me I forgot the no, we did. We picked it. Okay, for a moment I thought we forgot to pick our
No, don't.
keepsake.
Adequate.
Silken fine. Got some cocoons for you.
Looks valuable, Rocky.
Where are the cocoons?
Wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, no, I shouldn't. Not again. Weaving silken fineries for somebody such as you truly is an honor and its own reward. Besides, this stuff is for the gods.
The gods may often be the ones indulging in this stuff, but it's not just for them. It's for you. For those whom we regard as friends.
Oh, it's almost like an ad.
So then the gods above are helping you, aren't they? Though why do I even ask? I already know. I've seen these woods light up with all their multicolored messages.
It's true. Olympus and I share a common goal. For the Titan of Time threatens us all. I should have told you, it's just... I didn't know what to say.
So the fates got me again. I may be a better weaver than all the gods combined, but those three beat me every time. Though don't worry, I won't turn my abdomen on you, even if the gods will benefit.
Some fate fabric.
Oh my god. What is this? Like, holy shit, this is so busted.
He can't believe it still, but there has been no sign of that monstrosity up here since you last took him on. But why am I surprised? I figured if anyone could pull something like that off, it would be you.
I mean, this one is not unsubstantial, I think. But one hit block per encounter does that up pretty quickly.
She awaits.
Oh, hello, granddaughter.
No.
It seems the pathways into Erebus are not as well protected as they used to be. I take it this here's the individual who pitted you against me, is this not?
Headmistress! Headmistress, fight him! Fight! Fight back!
This headmistress of yours has considerable knowledge to have thus concealed you. But she is weary. Such that time caught up with her at last. She hears not a word you say.
Unhand her, wretch. Unhand her, or I'll tear you to pieces.
My own children tore me to pieces once before. Look where that got them. Whoever this is, perhaps she shall be more cooperative than you. Although I'm not particularly optimistic, nor should you be. Good evening.
Come back!
I mean, this activates still. I do wonder, like, the big question is, how will they make it so we can play on after beating the game? Will it just like turn back time? Like, what are they gonna do there? That is the big question I'm asking myself. Wait, this comrade is currently investigating the eradication of Typhon and cannot aid you. Oh. I mean, sure. Interesting. What would happen if you failed this? Like, would the headmistress not be back? Hope we don't find out. I guess we have to wait for him to come out. Ooh, okay, that's kind of a tough bargain here. Chaos or these?
How lovely.
I see what is nearby. They never hit nearby. More mana restoration.
Won't forget.
Okay, we'll find out, I guess.
my dear. You'll find I have an excellent memory.
Yeah, just like ChatGTP. Okay, she just creates like fissures on the ground, which is not a big deal. Those are pretty easy to see.
Forgiveness is like a precious healing ointment, to be applied sparingly.
Flutter Flourish. I wish that worked. I really hope it does. If it doesn't work, I mean, fuck my ass. Do we want to have waves on our attacks, or do we want to have the trigger? I mean, getting the trigger would be nice. We never alter anything. And welcome back, Jesus. Hope you're doing well on this fateful night. I can't even see the enemy. I hope you're doing well on this fateful night. Because it's the probably final night in the
I
game.
regret you've been swept up in some of our little disagreements here, young lady. We all wish to bestow our favor and should not be fighting over who gets to go first. Yet our pride is not so delicate as it may seem, and we always stand together in the end.
Okay, this one's also fucking sick. Yeah. This is looking very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
I just started playing Hades and I finally reached the first boss, I think. If it has a big red HP bar, it's usually a boss, yeah. I'm glad you started playing it. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, you mean Hades 1, right? Hopefully. You should definitely play the first one before this one. Not because you really need to from a story perspective. I mean, it does help a little bit. But more so because both games are great and I think they're best enjoyed in order.
Oh, it's you again.
From a gameplay perspective.
I want you to leave me alone, okay? Because I'm in a state of grief. And the only one I want to see me that way is me.
State of grief? Wait. What's with the water here? It's gone all murky or something. Oh no, you can't see a reflection anymore.
Don't need to rub it in, dummy. Not like you can do something about it anyway. A lot of things turn ugly after a while. So please excuse me while I mourn for what I've lost.
Very sad for him. I'm so very he's so very sad. Yeah, I also don't know where I want the rerolls. Honestly, quite questionable. Gold is not good enough. No, because you wrote, I think, so I just said like, if it has an HP bar, it's probably the boss. Which was a way of saying it without spoiling who the first boss is. Just in case you didn't reach him. Why not? Dodge or purchase money. I mean, early money could be going hard. Dodge chance is also fucking sick. No, I misclicked. Fuck my ass. I misclicked. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. What was the other one? Don't think about it. What did we miss though? We missed the top one sounded pretty good. I forgot. See, I already forgot what it was, so who cares? That. I mean, these are all fucking horrible. Let's be completely honest here. They're all very bad. Well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
I like your outfit. Don't worry, gals. One day, they'll put us up on the biggest stage for all the world to see.
I'm not particularly interested in listening to your delusions of grandeur right now, so why not start your little song?
Oh, it may be a little song to you now, lady, but it's going to be huge someday. You'll see. We'll show her, won't we, gals?
Oh my god, I'm so brain dead. Incredible brain damage detected. I really wish I had whatever I didn't pick though. It is what it is. You misclick every now and then, and life goes on. It's just more miserable. Yeah, in longer fights we're running out of mana, which is not great. Wait for a little bit of mana. Why do Germans and Dutch always say that? What do you mean? What do we say? Things like fuck me or or what do you mean? You died to one of those skull things and Hades made fun of you and you understood why you want to leave the place. Yeah, I mean, it's like he's maybe not the best parent in the first game for sure. And the second game he's not there, which makes him technically irrelevant. Okay, what do we need here? So we already used this one. What else can we... I mean, this one could give us a lot of armor, right? We still have armor, I think. I mean, none of these are like, wow, right? I wanna have them. So we might as well pick this one just for fun. Man, I don't know what we missed. It doesn't matter, don't think about it. I hate misclicking. Oh, I hate it so much. It's the first time it happened to us, so... It's especially tilting because it's the final run, but whatever. Oh, yep, this is take unnecessary damage. That's my style. Yeah, attack blitz is the one I've been waiting for. Ooh, okay. Air quality, fuck, man. Air quality is really good, but I don't think we're dealing that many low damage numbers anyway. Like, most of our damage seems to be very high numbers, so... Sobi. Makes me think of... Is it Kobe? The One Piece character? And how have I been otherwise? And yeah, sure, yeah, you can run, you can ask me whatever. I've been okay, yesterday, I molded in Marathon a lot. Did we? No, we didn't stream yesterday, right? Yeah, I shouldn't have started with Marathon yesterday. And then there was the server downtime, and I just like got stuck in the loop of playing Marathon and Valorant yesterday for whatever reason. Yeah, I should have played Hades yesterday for sure. But we still had time before Crimson Desert, so... Your attack knocks foes away and have 10 power. Ah, knock away? Sounds kind of not that great, but since he's like insisting for the fate stuff, I don't think it's exactly what we want, but whatever. Oh, by the way, I watched the Jeff Kaplan stream of California, and... I'm not sure the game's going to be to my liking. It looks like a very generic survival game right now, but it's still in pre-alpha, so it might come back and become better, but... And do I think if the free market economy is artificial intelligence? I don't understand the question exactly. So, I'm not quite sure what the question is. Like, I think there's like one piece of information missing for me to understand the question. Because if I would reply to this, right, do you think free market economy is artificial intelligence? I would say no. The free market economy is free market economy, right? But there's a piece missing for me to understand what the question is, I think. Because I don't think that is the question, right? Because they're not the same, obviously. Yeah, so, or are you equating the free market to artificial intelligence, like they're the same thing? Like I'm trying to find the statement, right? Like so I can reply in a precise manner. So first of all, I do want to make clear we don't have free markets, right? Like the idea of a free market is great, but we would never accept it because it would imply child labor, slavery, whatever, right? Like it would have like so many implications if there was a truly free market, like human trafficking, right? Like free markets don't exist for a good reason. But yeah. So yeah, if you can maybe rephrase the question so I can have more like an idea of what you mean. And like the French say, the free market is laissez-faire, and I don't think that really works that much. But yeah, we're using quote-unquote ethical free market, which is not a free market, right? So it's just like a name we use. But and it's also not free, actually. Like any modern market is massively manipulated in favor of the winners, right? Like there's no free world economy, for the better or worse. Often worse for like poorer countries. Yeah, the abuse of power is quite stark, unfortunately. I mean, I'm saying that as one of the winning countries, I guess, in that way, because we are the ones abusing it, but that doesn't make it right, you know, so I'm just mentioning it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you're saying AI is like is like free and just works, whatever, I mean, AI needs input, right? For sure. Like it needs a lot of input and to create useful outputs. So I'm still not quite sure what the question was, right? Like I'm just trying to, I was just like saying things related to the topic, but I'm not 100% sure what you mean by the equation there. So is it like an analogy between the free market and AI, or is it more of a... Are you trying to find similarities between the two? Because are you like saying like the AI will be autonomous, that you are like just let it do what it does? I'm still not quite sure what the question is, right? That's why I'm like trying to ask more questions to find out what the question exactly is. So, but if I already answered it in some way, obviously that's fine too.
The dead are as innumerable as the sprigs of wheat within the morning fields, but do not make for the most satisfying sustenance for the unspeakable monstrosities therein.
Yeah, I wonder how many people beat this game and talked about child labor in their last run. I'm pretty sure the percentage is pretty low. Nice. Achievement unlocked. Rewards not claimed. I mean, that's true. This layout is kind of stupid. Like, it's a line layout, but you're gonna end up having to go back for the shop. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but... I mean, that sounds pretty sick. Those were not good enough. I should probably pick the right one because you really don't have a lot of HP. No! I'm so brain dead. What am I doing? Oh my god, I forgot that this was this enemy because I was thinking about something else. Oh! I didn't pay attention. Whoops. If we define artificial intelligence as a decentralized system capable of processing massive data inputs to reach optimized output, we can categorize the free market price mechanism as a form of non-biological intelligence, specifically since the invisible hand regulates resource allocation without central human intent. Does it function as a pre-digital emergent algorithm? So I mean, there is like I would more equate the free market to maybe climate, right? Like it's more like a lot of like complex systems interacting in a way that are like very unforeseeable. But I think it's more like climate, right? There is some sort of information stored in it, but I wouldn't call it like intelligent. I would more call it like it's more like maybe like a physical system, right? That has certain constraints and inputs and outputs. But in a way, it is. I don't think it's like really intelligent in that way, right? Unless you look at very specific things, like maybe if you would define intelligence as like the knowledge of value or something stored within it. But yeah, it's more of like a constructed system than actually an intelligent system, right? It's like a network without really, with a lot of emergent properties, but which I would not call directly intelligent, right? More of like maybe very, very niche intelligence, but not in a way that it's like comparable to what the human brain does in a lot of ways, right? So I think, yeah, it's more like climate, I would say, for me personally. Well, you also have like a lot of information stored, right? The different heat data, the molecule distribution, the gravitational intensity of like Earth's gravity field, you know, like everything that's basically stored as information. It's more like like information that's being like treated by certain laws and inputs and outputs than a truly intelligent system. Which is really easy to verify. You can ask the economy a question and it won't answer, right? When is the next crash coming? The answer doesn't come out of it, right? You would have to ask it in its language, and even then we don't know how to ask it, right? So yeah, there might be some intelligence obviously in it. It's like climate, right? If you want to predict climate change, you need to know the language of climate, and we don't speak that very well. And the same goes for the economy, which would be kind of worrisome if you think about it. But AI is going to fix this. Don't worry about it. AI is going to be great at biology, like a complex system like biology, climate, economy. Yeah. Yeah. And you ask AI to make you arithmetic thinking linear, but market is a man-made. No. Climate is just wind being hot or cold. It's not that intelligent. I mean, it doesn't matter who creates it, right? Like climate is created by physical laws. The economy is created by human-made economical laws, right? But it doesn't matter if it's like an organic or non-organic system, right? It has a lot of similarities regardless. Do you know the fine new theory? If you or your debt on your currency market won't crash technically. I don't know that theory. No. See, the thing is, right, like why I compare it to climate, right? It's like earthquakes and stuff like that. There are like a lot of like very extreme events that emerge from non-extreme inputs. For example, a good example would be like wildfires, right? Like when there's like a forest that's burning and everything. Initially, what we thought was good to prevent wildfires is to have no fires. But it turns out wildfires get more and more likely and intense the more like non-burned environment there is. So by preventing wildfires entirely, what we got is basically the perfect setup for one huge fire, and it just had to happen, then it would be catastrophic. But if you like let it go naturally, there will be always smaller fires everywhere, but they won't become as big if you like try to prevent them. So like and the same goes for the economy, right? Like the economy is very unpredictable for us because we don't understand the real rules. And anything that promises us right now that it will be stable and have no inflation, it will like not crash the markets and everything. Anybody who like tells you they know how it works, they're probably talking out of their ass, right? It's like if a human tells you, I 100% understand human biology, right? They're lying right to you because right now we don't understand these things, and I estimate that a single human being is not capable of computing all the data points required to truly understanding biology, climate, or economy. They're way too complex systems, And humans are very bad at comprehending the complexity. A lot of people don't even understand that they're complex problems, right? If you talk about biology, a lot of people think it's quote unquote solved or we know a lot, but we actually know very, very little about the details. And we just have like very bad approximations. And yeah, just like people really are bad at understanding this. This is why also a lot of people don't understand why AI is a problem, because it is a highly complex system, maybe even the most complex system we'll ever see in existence, right? And how would we predict what they do? We're really bad at predicting complex systems with intuition. Intuition fails completely in that complexity. So that is why, yeah, it's kind of an issue there. Yeah. Yeah, so this is basically what I'm saying. And and modern monetary theory, the theory posits that a sovereign nation, and don't worry about being insane or not insane, the important part is being happy and enjoying yourself as much as you can. One that prints its own currency. Wait. Modern monetary theory, theory that posits that a sovereign nation, when it prints its own currency and doesn't peg it to gold or another currency, can never go broke or default on the step because it can always create money to pay it. But that's a recipe for inflation, right? Because imagine, right? The problem is money has several purposes, right? Most of all is a store of value over time. And it tries to equate work, like real work, to value. And the reason why this is very difficult is because we kind of constructed a system where the value is abstract from the work that's being done. Right? If I build you a house and you build me a house in return, the value seems very fair, right? But if you build me a house and I give you X amount of money, which you then can spend for somebody else to do something completely different, how would you equate those things, right? And there's obviously no way to make it fair, right? There's always a small percentage difference, and then you also have like weird things where the money can quote unquote work itself, change value depending on what you do with it, where you put it. But in reality, there should always be a correlation between actual value in the real world and the value of money. And that is the core problem we would have to solve. And it's inherently not solvable, right? Because the value is subjective to whatever you want to do with it, right? If I need a house, it's super valuable. But if I already have a house, the next house might have less value to me personally because I don't need that space anymore, right? So you really have to think about those problems in a way that is like trying to approximate value. And even if AI completely understands economy, all it will do is have a better approximation for value. It will never be perfect. It's impossible to perfectly model this because value is subjective, right? There is no way to make A equal B if A is a completely different thing than B. So that's why AI will not solve the problem, but it will approximate it way better, right? Did other people ever think this? I have no idea. This is all coming out of my asshole, right? I have no idea if other people have thought this thought before. This is just my view on economy, right? I'm a very weird person. I'm like I'm a scientist that doesn't use empirical data, but just thinks, right? It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's just what I would think is the thing, right? So I always take what I say with a grain of salt because I'm just like, this is coming out of my asshole and I usually didn't think about it at all before. So if I think about it maybe for 10 more days, I would have different opinions maybe. But yeah, this is my best guess here. He wrote a 30p essay on energy autarky for a small island nation. Since the world exists in neo-realism, a liberal world order is not going to fill your tank with fuel. I might both be insane and not happy. I mean, that's the worst combination, maybe. Because the not happy part is the most important part you should fix. Because everything doesn't matter. The combination doesn't matter. If the result is not happy, you should try to find the causes of the non-happiness, right? Like what is causing and can you fix them? And if the answer is there's something you can do, great. If not, I mean, that's the thing, right? People search for the meaning of life. You should be searching for the things which make you happy and like feel good, right? And I'm not saying that you should take drugs or something. I'm saying you should, like there are things which make you feel good for a moment, like playing a video game. But then there are things that might have like long-term positive effects, like maybe good relationships or whatever, right? So like depending what you're missing personally, you should look for those, and that is quote unquote your meaning of life, is fulfilling those goals in order to become happy. And that doesn't mean you have to focus on yourself. Maybe you're super happy when you're helping children, or when you're like, you know, just doing good things for other people. That's also perfectly fine, as long as you're happy, right? It doesn't have to be like a egocentric thing there. And don't Germans have that pay for your bank 15 years and they buy your house thing? There are a lot of like small niche things. I don't know exactly how the house market is there. The problem is we have a lot of states. We have the issue that there is no cap on the your rent and on like prices for houses. So like living is not treated as a base necessity, right? Like your living space is basically treated like a capitalistic investment, and I think that is a big mistake, right? I own a house myself, right? And an apartment I rent, and I agree that this is not the way to go, right? I think it's like it's not supposed to be an investment. It's supposed to be a way to live, right? And then there are like really weird things where you have to pay an absurd amount of rents on your main living space if it's too valuable and stuff like that, where you like the implication of living in an expensive house is basically that you have to pay a lot of money but even if you don't have a lot of money, right? Like they're really weird scenarios. So yeah, the entire system is basically very bad because humans made it and they're not good at making things sometimes. Can you explain? You have big houses on an island which is not built. So what do you mean by you have houses that are not built? Like what does that imply? Yeah, for example, we have a nice place in southern France. It's been in our family for quite some time, and now the state wants us to pay an absurd amount of tax on it, even though my father is living there. It's his home, right? And suddenly he has to pay thousands of euros per year to live there, and I'm like, how is this fair? It's his home, right? It's where he lives, right? Was with the French military, is like living off his rent, and suddenly they want a fuck ton of money just because he lives in a place the family has owned for a long time, which doesn't make any money, right? It's worth a lot of money when you sell it, but it's not worth a lot of money when you live in it. But no, now he's probably going to be forced to sell it, and it's really a stupid system. Yeah, I don't really get it. Like, I don't get how you can ever ask that much money of people to live in a place that has been theirs for so long, right? It's basically asking you to sell it, right? Like, what a stupid system. So yeah, we're gonna unfortunately have to get rid of it. Yeah. It's sad, right? It's sad. It's sad because it's one of my childhood places that are still in our family, but it is what it is, right? Like it's more like emotional value than, you know, like anything else. And yeah, it sucks, but yeah, it's just how the world works, right? Nobody gives a shit about the reality of your life. They just see the numbers. And you own a 2,500 square feet house in an island the government promised to build, but it's getting delayed again and again. Oh wait, so the house will be built or the island will be built? And then you rent it to ravers so the neighborhood premium goes down. I mean, that would be a good idea, actually. Just deny. The problem is, right, it's a very prestigious location, and it's a very valuable, right? The house itself, like the location, is very valuable. So selling it will bring in a lot of money. But the point is, we never intended to sell it, right? We intended to live there. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like forcing your hand in a matter, which is basically asking the question, do you want a stupid amount of money, or do you want to have a place to live in? And sure, now we can buy another place that's more affordable in terms of living costs, but is this like really, like, why would you ever fuck someone over like that, right? Like, you have a home and suddenly the state's like, by the way, your home's worth money, we want more money. And you're like, but I bought it like 100 years ago. What do you mean it's worth money? It's not like I fucking have that money, I live in it. So I don't get it. Like, really unfair. And yeah, I mean, not unfair, right? Like, I mean, we're really lucky to even have it in the first place, but still fucking sucks, right? Like being forced to do these things, like for just like because the state wants more money, and then I wouldn't mind, right? If the state took the money, sure, but they're gonna mismanage it. So it's not like the money is going into a place where it's gonna do a lot of good. They're gonna spend billions on military. They're gonna fuck schools over. They're gonna, you know, it's not like the money is gonna be used in a good way. It's just like more money to burn for them. So yeah, it feels really, really bad. For each boon giver you have per goddess, I mean, extended family seems it's pretty sick. Yeah, sorry about the random rambling here, but yeah, it's just like kind of pisses me off that like it works like this, because yeah, it's not about the money, it's about the, you know, emotional part of it. It's like having a place where you lived your entire life getting taken away from you for no real reason beyond greediness on part of the state. And the island is not built. Your dad died and left me a house in the capital, and the government was like, you give that house and we give you a house in the island we're making. So the island is not built yet. Interesting. So they're gonna make an island. Are they gonna put sand in the water or something like that? Yeah. Yeah, the problem is not paying taxes is very dangerous, right? Because you're gonna end up in jail. Because money, right? The punishments you receive are very disproportionate, right? You can make a scheme that harms billions of people, but there is no law that prevents you from doing it. You're gonna be fine, right? You're gonna make a lot of money and you're gonna shit on a lot of people. Perfectly fine. But oh my god, you steal 5,000 euros from the state, you better get ready to get fucked on, right? So yeah, I wouldn't recommend, at least like in Germany, to not pay your taxes and all those things, because it's a serious, seriously, I don't think it's a serious offense because they're wasting the money anyways, but they're actually seriously prosecuting it. So yeah, that's what you have to keep in mind, obviously, right? There are a lot of ways to make a lot of very shady money and do bad things which are not regulated. Those are perfectly fine, but oh, God forbid, you're taking a little bit of money from the state, that's where you're gonna get fucked on. Because that's a good system, don't forget. Now, really, like, the fact that they're wasting so much money, I think there should be, like, it should be almost like, you know, like, more of a question of, you know, you should be asked how much you want to give these bitches and for what, right? If I give my money, I should be able to decide where it goes, right? And then they would have a different approach, because then they would have to advocate for why you want to put your money in certain things, right? And then people would see, oh, maybe I need a new road, or I need this, or I don't know, we maybe need better kindergartens or something. And then suddenly there would be a real correlation between your money and what you're doing with it, because it's actually spent for things you care about, right? And yeah, sure, there should still be a fee for minority stuff, right? Where people that don't have a lot of like voice still get their money for something they need, right? Like social stuff. But I think it shouldn't be that all your money is basically going into a black hole that some fucking brain-dead ape spends for shit he has no idea about, right? Yeah, so I don't know, but AI is gonna solve this, so fuck that, right? Like, it's just a few more years where the brain-dead apes are like, in power, so... No, the thing is really, when I have to go, I do like to vote, right? Because I don't vote, I mostly vote to avoid certain parties, right? I avoid... like extreme parties, because they are, I mean, every single party lies to you, right? That's the core assumption of like democracy. Democracy assumes you're gonna lie to stupid people so they elect you. That is what democracy is. It's mass manipulation, right? Because anybody who's honest is not gonna get elected. For sure, right? If somebody says something really, really bad, and because it's true, the person who ignores it and says something good instead is gonna get elected. And that's why democracy honestly doesn't fucking work. But, you know, it's like better than a lot of other systems. That's why we say it's the quote-unquote best system. But I think democracy inherently is a bad system, right? Because it relies on masses of stupidity electing for things they have no idea about. And when I go vote, The problem is every single party I can vote for has things I agree with and strongly disagree with. So because they're fundamentally trying to cater to average minds, right? They're trying to find people where they can like get as many check boxes from certain peoples to get elected, but they're not actually thinking about the problems, right? If you're in the a right-sided company, right, you're very right-winged, and then there is an idea that's clearly left-wing, but it's completely true, you still won't talk about it. And that's, for me, is a big issue, right? And the issue is, you might say, but why is there not a party that just speaks truth? Because it doesn't, most people don't do that, right? Most people fall into the buckets, and the democracy, the system is a replication, a mirroring of the echo chambers of society, right? Like basically, there's a certain type of audience you're speaking to, and they want to hear certain things. And if you say something outside their bubble, they're going to feel really, really bad about it and not going to elect you. And that's why democracy is a real joke sometimes, right? Because you get like, I mean, I don't have to talk about Trump for this to be a thing, but just look at America, right? I mean, obviously they have some delusional, probably dementia-ridden person in power that has actually brain cells that are -10. I mean, it might be a nice guy, I have no idea, right? He might be a nice guy or whatever, but he should not be a president in any sort of system, right? But if that is what democracy gives us, then God fucking help us, because we need the fucking help, right? And the same goes for other countries too, right? The guy we have in Germany is also a complete clown. Like, it's just so cringe. Like, it's so cringe what actually comes out on top. And that is the peak of the visible part of it. But you do all the shit that's below us. Oh, we saved them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, all the parts that are below them is fucking cringe as fuck. Yeah, but I'm not saying obviously that dictatorship is better or whatever, right? That's not what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying just like our system is very, very flawed too, and putting it up at as the holy grail is very disingenuous. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna read a little bit here. And we have like so many artificial islands because we are the most congested place on Earth. When you have time, check Mail City. Yeah, I'll look it up. And all your friends grow up with this idea and become millionaires and become tax evading experts. It's kind of sad. I mean, yeah, tax evasion, right? Like you can evade taxes very easily if you're a big company. You just go to another country. Right? Tax evasion is only hard for the small individual, but not for the global economy players, which abuse these systems to the max because there's no world governance on these things, which there should be, obviously, but there isn't, right? Yeah. Which is why also AI will be very dangerous, because if we don't find a way to monetize and tax these things, you will have labor that all brings the value of labor might not even be in your country anymore, right? If you have like American robots working in Europe and they don't pay taxes for it, and your citizens don't have a job, that's going to be kind of a weird scenario, right? So this has to change, obviously, too. And that is the representative democracy, right? You pick the council. Is Germany a federal government? Brain said apes. Okay, wow. I guess, what do you think of me? No. We're all brain dead apes, but the problem is some brain dead apes have too much influence on things. Trump. I'm sorry, I just coughed here. I want to play my Trump card right there. And what's the Churchill quote? Many forms of government have been tried and will be tried in this world of sin and woe. No one pretends that democracy is perfect, for all wise. Indeed, it has been said that democracy is the worst form of government, except for all those other forms that have been tried from time to time. Yeah, there are a lot of worse forms, but the human-driven politics just doesn't fucking work. Like, it's just I talked about economy, I talked about biological systems, I talked about like AI systems, climate, add politics and geopolitics especially to the list. Obviously those systems governing a country, governing the world is way too complex for a human being, right? Like Trump is a delusional person, but he's just showing that humans are incapable of doing it, right? Like I mean, would I be a better president than Trump 1 billion%? Because I'm not a dumb fuck. But the thing is, Trump in a way is, I mean, dumb fuck, right? I mean, he's just talking nonsense the entire time. Like, he might be a nice guy. I have no idea. I didn't meet him, right? But he's just talking so much shit, right? He's kind of funny in a way because he's so stupid. But obviously, I would be a better president. But why can't you elect me is the question, because I value my life and free time, right? I'm not gonna pretend. First of all, the problem is I would be a better president, but I would also admit that I'm ass at being a president because I don't think anybody is able to do these things alone, right? So I don't think humans should be presidents at all. But I would never be elected president unless I really have to, right? And there's a really good reason. So the best people probably for those jobs will never even be up for to be elected, right? Because they actually don't give a shit about this, right? They're not interested in power. They're not interested, right? The best people don't care about these things because these are just like byproducts which waste your time and don't really add a lot of value to your personal life. And there's a really good reason you will never see somebody like me in power. And the really good reason would be I would have an easy way to get to the top and can change things efficiently. But the reality is I would never be elected because I'm too honest, right? If I tell you you're going to get minus 10% money in the next 10 years and the other people say you get 200%, you're going to pick those guys. You're not going to pick me just because I'm saying the truth. You mean that was predicted in the 18th century, tyranny, if a majority which is fixed by a separation of power, isn't Mertz okay? I mean, he's okay-ish, right? Is he like the giga brain and the person you want to have to speak for an entire country? I'm not sure. I think he lacks a little bit of decisiveness and, like core competences in like the future of the German economy. Yeah, he's being a bit too cautious, I think, in a lot of ways. A system of governments where decision makers are selected on the basis of their expertise in the areas of responsibility, as opposed to one where selected representative of the primary decision makers in government. I mean, obviously, right? This is how it should be. Obviously, the people who have the expertise should have the final say in their domains. Obviously. And that is a given. And if you don't want to have a system where a person who doesn't know anything makes the decisions, for sure. If that's a technocrat, I mean, the AI is the ultimate form of it, right? Like, I would 100% give well governance to AI, irrespective of it wants to take power or not, right? Because I truly believe AI is going to be 1 billion times better at governing the entire world than humans will ever be. This is one of the domains where AI will be brilliant compared to humans, right? It's one of those super complex domains where we don't stand a chance, which is why history is riddled with the bigger societies get, the worse wars get, the worse injustice gets, right? The bigger the society is, the less adequate humans are to actually manage it. Yeah, and you might say, oh, humans are so evil or bad. It's not because we're bad, we're just shit at it, right? It's like our biology did not evolve in a way that favors these scenarios. So, yeah, we need help. We really need help to make this fair and good. Omega moves deal 50% damage. 6 encounters 8. I mean, don't really care about all this. Is there something we would sell right now? Absolutely not.
I have to do this. I have to do
Wait,
this.
what system creates slaves? Wait, which system creates slaves now?
The turning of the gears throughout this place.
And aren't we all slaves to capitalism? Who's gonna pay your rent, man? Huh? Who's gonna pay your fucking rent if you don't No, for sure though, we're all kind of slaves anyway. We just like changed the leash. It looks a bit different now. It's a paycheck. Technocracy and meritocracy depends on the dumb people saving away and okay, no, maybe you misunderstood my intention. So my intention is that we have people in power that make the best decisions that make the best decisions with the corresponding area in mind, but for the average person, right? For example, you wanna, it's about energy, right? You wanna have somebody who knows a lot about energy, about the technology, about the future, about the economical impacts. You wanna go for a nuclear power, you wanna go for air, solar, whatever, right? You wanna have a person that's an expert in the field, make the decisions. Obviously he has to know about the financial part and everything, but he has to obviously take into account climate stuff. He has to take into account like what will that affect the prices of those things for the people. So it should be a decision that gives you the most benefit for the average person, right? That's the idea, right? But the decisions will not be made by some ape that doesn't know shit, but it will be made by the people responsible in their domains. Right? It will be made by some people who have an idea of what they're doing, and the final say is not going to be one clown that says, I want to have terrorism and anything, right? So that maybe, I don't know what that would be called, right? I have no idea what that system would be called, but it would be basically experts decide things, but they have to keep the average well-being in mind. This is the highest goal. It's like almost you have a company and it's not like maximizing profits, it's maximizing well-being as the highest mantra, basically. You need charisma to if you're cutthroat, no one can see it. I mean, the problem is, right, politics right now values charisma over skills in the domains that are relevant, right? We elect people we like for things they say, whether or not they're true, doesn't matter. And I'm saying a system should always put expertise first, and then you can care about, like, everything else. Because the expertise is the most important part, because how are you going to make good decisions if you have no idea what you're doing, right? 5 additional mana is kind of rough, though. Let's go for crazy HP.
Sometimes I think we shouldn't force you to play favorites, but we shouldn't.
But the point is, right, this system doesn't work because humans are humans, right? The system is imperfect, and that's why all the experts in the future should be non-human. Because obviously humans abuse power, try to, you know, like, it's very hard if you... The problem is, right, the majority of people doesn't understand experts, right? They don't know if what they're saying is true or not, so they can't really make good decisions. Right? That's why, like, this is the core problem of democracy, right? How are you going to make a good decision if you don't know it's a good decision or not, right? If everybody was like me, there were a lot of people who would not be in power, because obviously that's bullshit, this is bullshit, right? Because I have a brain. But some people just don't have a brain. They just hear promises and they're like, oh my god, that's so great, right? Make America great again. What does that mean? It's a non-statement, right? It's a statement that speaks to people who think, oh, I can have more, right? Or it was better in the past, now it's going to be great again. Whatever that means, there's no substance, right? It's an empty slogan, but people buy this shit, so that's why it works. Yes, we can. We can what, right? Lead wars, kill children. What can we do, right? Yes, we can, right? Before not change the healthcare system, even though we tried. So yeah, like there's like so much bullshit, right? Like, and that's why I'm really not a big fan of like the systems we have right now, because they're so easy to manipulate. Okay, sorry, I'm back. You don't want to participate in politics, just stay in your dungeon and write the papers nobody will read. You're too trigger happy if you say dumb things on paper. I spent 30 hours researching. All that is a joke. We have an embargo on firearms, so physically impossible. And the thing is, right, what I'm doing here has no meaning, right? If I was like Asmongold and I said the same things, it would have more meaning because people would listen, right? Because there's a bigger audience. But I think having more people just say the truth in all domains, I mean the truth, right? Like what they believe is the truth and not being a dumb idiot would help. But that's not how humans are, right? Like the majority of humans is not able to differentiate falsehood from more likely reality, right? It's unfortunate though. Like if anything, we have shown that humanity is very prone to believing lies over reality. I mean, just look at religion historically, right? I mean, it was pretty obviously bullshit, and people bought it because they liked it to this day, right? And I'm happy for these people because they obviously are believing a story that gives them meaning, but it's obviously still bullshit, right? Looked from a rational perspective. More damage reduction or more damage? I mean, this is a hell of a final run. Debating politics, technology, or anything that doesn't have to do with Hades. Which is fine, right? I don't mind that. It's just like... I'm sorry for the average person who just wanted to watch an Hades run and I'm like... rambling about random shit. Oh my god. I mean, we're almost there. Like, if we lose this run, that's gonna be crazy. I mean, is it crazy though? And your think tank wanted you to go to more meetings. And you had a huge argument with the director, and she wrote a stack about you in the next day. So I told them, I'm not doing that. I'm a PR nightmare. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, why I wouldn't be a good politician anyway would be because I would admit that both things don't have good solutions and we're just finding compromises. And who likes, most people like, this is the solution, this is the optimal way to solve it, this will fix it, right? And I'm like, okay, this is shit, but we can't do better, this is the best we got, it's gonna suck ass, but we just don't have an alternative, right? And then everybody's gonna be like, oh, that sounds pretty fucking shit, right? And yeah, that's why I don't think I would be elected. Most people don't like this, right? I would be too realistic. Yeah, people don't like to hear how it is, right? Nobody likes to hear it. Right? Who likes to hear that humans are inherently shit at most things and we just think we're good because we don't have something to compare it to? Like, nobody likes that, right? Oh, look at Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player in the world, but he's so fucking shit compared to AI. Holy shit, I could pick up my fucking smartphone and I'd be better than him, right? Nobody likes the storytelling. You're like, ah, look at this genius. He can keep 10 chessboards in his mind and play blindfolded. And I mean, which is amazing for a human being. But if you look at it objectively, it's fucking shit, right? But yeah, that's not how we like, right? That's not what we like, right? When I play Hades and win runs, I'm like, oh, I'm so good. But we're actually playing a video game that's designed to be won, right? We're not playing a game where like every enemy requires 1 nanosecond reaction time and humans could never achieve it, right? It's obviously not what we enjoy. So yeah, that's why like you can like downplay all those things, which is why I really want to emphasize, right? While I admit we're all shit, it doesn't mean we can't enjoy being shit, right? It can still be enjoyable doing things badly, right? Yeah, we're never gonna create perfect things, but we can still enjoy what you create or do, right? Yeah, just enjoy it. And that's why also perfection doesn't matter. A lot of people care about perfection. There's like this type of person that's like, oh, I have to do it perfectly. But it's just the first mistake they're making, which is why it's never going to be perfect, is they're not admitting that it can't be perfect, right? The goal of perfection already is the first trap, because it's literally impossible to make sure it's perfect, because you're a human being. Nothing you will ever create is perfect. And also, yeah, I won't create perfect things, right? They will have imperfections which are closer to perfection, but it will still not be perfect, right? And you're very empirical based, because most people in politics are very utopian vibe based, and I'm like, dude, I spend too much time reading to engage with you. It's actually disrespectful for myself. Enjoying, yeah. Also, for me, for example, right? Do I follow politics a lot? I mean, I would get fucking brain damage if I would be like listening to too many politicians for a long time, right? Like the amount of fucking trash that comes out of their mouth is like insane sometimes, right? Obviously there are smart people that say smart things too, but there are also people who are like, it makes you instantly never want to listen to a politician again, even though they're if you listen to what they say, right? It just gives you brain damage, right? You assume this person wants to help the country, but then they say things which make you like just brain rot territory, right? And enjoying for me is accepting nothing matters, and it's okay, but it's fun to revolt and live, but sometimes it's a bit sad. I mean, obviously, right, like having purpose, having structure, believing people are amazing, they're got your back, and they're all in for the best interest, and everybody's having a blast, and we're all, right, it's one big party, and life is fair, and there's God, and there's karma, and I'm being a nice person, so they're gonna be nice to me, and everybody gets what he's owed, and you know, like, and it's just like this positive bunch, right? Everybody's beautiful, body positivity is real, and you know, all those things. I'm talking mostly about being morbidly obese while saying you're being fine. That's all great, right? It would be nice if that's all true and real, but those are all like wishful thinking levels things, and obviously it would be great if they were there. Nobody's saying somebody who believes strongly in all those things is not a happier person. It's just really hard to combine this with intelligence, right? You have to be ignorant of reality if you're intelligent to think those things are real. And it's kind of hard, right? That's why we're kind of fucked when you're intelligent, because you're not dumb enough to believe the lies, which might make life better. On the other hand, too, you don't believe the lies that make lives worse, because for all the things I just mentioned, there's a counterpart which is also false and makes you, you know, less valuable in your mind, right? So, right, like thoughts like, you know, I'm worth nothing, I'm stupid, I will never fulfill God's wishes, I will go to hell, I will, you know, all those things, right? They're also not true, but they're also things you can then disprove with intelligence and knowledge, right? So there's this upside, but does it outweigh the down or upside? Depends on your life, right? If you have a fantastic life, believing all those positive things will just make it better. If you have a shit life, it's kind of get hard to get out of it, right? So this is why it's kind of hard to say whether or not this is a curse or a blessing. In this case, it's definitely a curse from other Olympians. We should fucking pick. Whenever you inflict weak, also inflict curses from other Olympians. What the fuck is that? That's fucking crazy. I mean, we are cooking. Do you want to say something? No? I mean, this is the end of the game. I should maybe shut up for this one. Karma is real. And enjoying for me is accepting nothing matters and it's okay, but it's fun to revolt and live. Yeah, I already read that one. To chain smoke enough, you're over it. I mean, yeah, that's it, right? You stop smoking and then you gain weight because you have to control the weight gain differently. Humans are just fucking unfortunate sometimes.
She is now my guest. What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away. When I came of age, I vowed to stop you, despite her efforts to dissuade me. Let her go.
At first I thought perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter. Now you shall suffer for your actions, or the handmaiden shall do so in your stead.
Don't you touch her!
Yeah, Hecate is definitely not what she seems to be, I think. But we'll see if I'm right about that. Hecate is the biggest question mark in the game. Obviously, Zagreus saying that she didn't exist in the past is kind of a red flag, obviously. But we did see a constructed, maybe past, or not constructed past with her. So yeah, we're gonna have to see a little bit what happens there.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing? What? I didn't say you shouldn't stop smoking. You should definitely stop smoking. You're gonna fucking regret it later if you're unlucky. Like, when I had my pulmonary embolism, seeing all those people who smoke, you would never want to smoke if you saw those people. It's such a miserable way to fucking live your life at some point. Your quality of life can plummet so hard later, unfortunately. I mean, it won't happen for everybody, right? But statistically, it will happen for most.
Careful now. Even now. You wish to bring about the end of time? Well then observe, for I shall give you but a glimpse. Come finish what your father started, granddaughter. And do take a good look around.
Wait, oh, you can walk everywhere, what?
Think you are. Perhaps the better question is when.
Just relax, Chronos. I'm not really good at fighting you, so just chillax for a moment.
Do you think I am? You take me for? And how could you possibly think you can bring about my destruction? But by all means, please go ahead and try.
We obviously never did this fight before.
Bring this entire blasted world screaming to a halt. Then to leave the world in careless hands.
He talks a lot. He's just like me, but he doesn't do much. Just like me.
Saving me a great deal of trouble. Come on, stop me. But understand one thing.
But he has iframes!
Step ahead of you. All of you. And always remember, time is the one thing in this life.
God, he talks so much.
My mother's handmaiden. You give her back. Right. now.
You care so much for this witch handmaiden of yours. Would that a single relative of mine showed me even an iota of concern?
What reason would they have to care? Look what you've done. You're trying to take everything from us. Our future.
We are family. We do not take, we share. Destroy me then, if you possess such strength, and see what future you shall bring about.
Then this is for that future. And our family.
Future. Family.
Done here. Now for the final step.
I think we only take 20 minutes. I was talking so much. I guess because I was talking during the pause most of the time.
That ought to hold you. A little extra time for what comes next.
For the moment, time stands still, stricken by the enchanted spear Gygaros, and temporarily susceptible to one final step the Princess of the Dead has planned.
Now for Zagreus to do his part. Hold on, Headmistress.
I mean, assuming he wants to kill her.
To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Okay, focus. Now, night and darkness, guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. All right, need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me.
This has to work. It has to. I mean, why wouldn't it? If everything she says has happened will happen. Is that... Melinoë, you've returned. You've no idea how much difficulty I had falling asleep so I could see you here again. So what's the word? Have you prepared the spear?
Take hold of Gygaros and we'll find out. You'll have to go immediately to where Chronos resides. Speak to him, but do not mention me at all, as I've not yet been born. I'll be counting on you to succeed.
And the plan is, once I find him, either we become best mates, or else it's death to Chronos, like you said. Do you truly think there's any possibility he comes around? That I won't have to kill him?
Knowing there are infinite possibilities, then I suppose so, yes. But I'm so angry with him still, and frightened about what may come to pass. He's taken so much from me, from all of us, and yet, he wants his family back too. One way or another, he'll get what's coming. We all will.
All right. But we're getting your family back, not just his. Whew, this is a lot. To think the Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless titan.
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death to the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gygaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it. Besides Chronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here. And we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps. But still. For now, farewell.
Goodbye, Melinoë. I hope this works.
What now? What is all that infernal racket? Silence, fools, lest we be caught. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Oh, hello.
Who goes there? You lack the clothing of the satyrs' hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin and decided to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is to thank for this new grandchild of mine. And I thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Oh, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. My sole disappointment is that I'm an only child. But he and my dear mother Persephone, the Underworld Queen, truly love each other, so down the line, one can hope.
Why are you telling me all this? I'm telling me you did let my satyrs tear you to shreds. Where are those blasted satyrs anyhow?
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I have to do you in. If you would bring pain and suffering upon my house, as our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. He and his brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Father and I also used to fight. He'd grown isolated from Olympus, and Persephone and me didn't do him any good. What about you? We've only met. Are you prepared to sweep me into your old grudge?
If necessary, yes, of course. Your father and his brothers surely have already poisoned you and your entire generation against me.
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either come along quietly to a little surprise family reunion, or take this spear repeatedly, and you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
You, who threaten me with annihilation, have not experienced a world without time. You would have to dearly miss my influence. Nor shall I be shamed and ridiculed before my kin. What would you have me do when they look upon me?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just act like you're my grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
Extrapolate what? Enjoy field life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled child of my rancorous son. He shall drive the accursed spear through me on sight if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
Sibling, a future with such grandchildren as you or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
Now wait. All this time, for naught. Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone again. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, hence I go.
Okay, we're playing him. That's kind of unexpected.
Cannot possibly be there.
Wait, is he
You
search?
said yourself Mother could use some rest. Why don't you join her? I can keep an eye on things. Oh, hello. Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, Grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
Although your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
What Father meant to say was, no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
I do appreciate the hint.
We're playing hide and seek with Melinoë,
Where
I
are
think.
you, my girl?
Oh,
There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
Ew! Well, if Father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Melinoë.
Truly? But don't the others like you, Grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now... Tag, you are it.
Hey, no fair.
Is this the future? Or is it the past? Not merely mine, but yours, granddaughter. Everybody in this house.
Easy there, Cerberus.
Yay! Take that!
That's at last. Just like we trained.
All right, this way, please.
Unbelievable.
What happened then?
I, the bloodiest part.
I'm up for something. I don't know if that's me.
I finally won!
Last.
It's in the blood.
Night and darkness guide me. I remember all of that. My life, the way it could have been. Oh gods, Zagreus, did it work? What's going on out there?
I mean, the board is here at least.
Titan.
What?
I...
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
All of these newfound thoughts within my mind. Was all of this your doing, witch? I have no memory of you, and yet... Who are you?
Chronos. Headmistress, wait! I think I can explain.
Melinoë, where are we? One instant I discover that our enemy invaded Erebus, the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
Headmistress, you don't remember, because you weren't there with me. But as for you, Chronos, who am I now to you?
You are my granddaughter, Melinoë, whom I know both from this life and an altogether different one, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. So then, all I have left is this.
All that you see is what you wrought. As for this other life, how much of it do you recall?
Your youth here in this house with me. How you delighted in a hiding game when you were but a girl. How you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love. Not in the way we fought this very night. I did not realize there could have been this other past we shared. This better past.
A better past? Nonsense. None of it occurred. Nothing has changed. You should be gone, Titan. Not flooded with false memories.
All these memories that sprang to his mind, I remember them as well. A life I could have lived had the Titan never struck.
But I struck. Ever hated and shunned. Finish what you set your mind to, granddaughter. I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence! Melinoë, come to your senses. Whatever you did, this wretch is finished and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
Wait, please, let me prove this to you. Chronos, grandfather, Listen to me. Steady yourself. Use what power you yet have, and release our family from your hold.
Our family? They are bound as yet. I had them bound. For all this time. What have I done?
Father, mother, brother.
My family. Where are we? Is this my house? Father, what is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Hades. Perhaps the princess can explain. As for the queen and prince and all the rest, Melinoë, they need but hear your voice. And I await their judgment and your own. Go on, then.
Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, return to us.
Hades,
Mother.
Melinoë, you're all grown up. But then, of course you are. Oh, my heart.
Melinoë, it's really you. You look just like your nightmare reflection did. So long ago, before the little you was even born. Did we succeed? Oh, I'm shaking.
They shall recover. Give them time. And give me death. Go on and send me to the blasted void already. You son or that witch, or you granddaughter, one of you. For I am weary of it all. You long for a world without me. It is yours.
Grandfather, no. How could you say that after all we've been through together? I swore you'd be under my protection and... Oh, gods. What happened to this place?
I took this place as what, Zagreus? And ruined it. You need not advocate for me again. You never knew my real self. Merely a possibility and nothing more. And you, Melinoë. To think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
No. Our family's had enough for now. Who else recalls what happened? Memories as vivid as any you hold dear, but of a separate life we might have lived. Mother, do you remember?
I do. You were insatiably curious as a child, and sometimes too much even for me to handle, so Zagreus and Chronos, they often helped take care of you.
I too remember now. That father was with us after Zagreus discovered him and took him in. Yet all the while, I have been a prisoner. His prisoner here in this time of ours.
Queen Persephone, Lord Hades, do not believe these falsehoods coursing through your minds. Even your son and daughter seem susceptible. You all have been manipulated by the Titan's spell.
Headmistress, that's not true. Don't you understand? The dissolution of time, this is how I manifested it. You always said the task was mine, as were the methods I employed. This was the path I chose.
Then you failed. Death to Chronos was the task, yet there he is. Melinoë, what could possibly have compelled you to take such a course?
Your own teachings. To think for myself, not just do as I'm told. But if you still believe destroying Chronos will make our problems go away, then what are you waiting for?
I shall never forgive this Titan for what he has done. To this world, your family, you, or me.
Dear Hecate, my handmaiden, who said anything about forgiveness? I've never heard such pain in you. Last I recall in this life, just before Chronos struck, your task was to protect our daughter at all costs. And you did. You did.
In our moment of peril, you were the only one we could count on, esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. For that and more, you have our gratitude. For all eternity.
I did no more than was my charge, O King and Queen. And I remain as ever at your service. Well then, Melinoë. What now?
What now? There is so much to be done. Bringing this house to order, for one thing. Mother, father, you've seen what was possible. Let us give Chronos one chance to make himself useful, starting with our restoration efforts. Would you grant me that?
Granted. We're not finished with you, Chronos. They say time heals all wounds. Prove it.
Granted, but only this one chance. By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld.
You would permit me such a chance? But I cannot change what already occurred. Cannot undo the unforgivable decisions I have made.
Your time itself. We're not demanding you move backward. We're demanding you move forward.
To move forward. That is all I have ever known. Then I shall make time. Both for this house and everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
And so the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful Underworld King and Queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and Shades of the Dead, still loyal to their cause, answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past. And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Well, this is it.
Well, let's see where this is going. I'm not gonna say too much now. I'm just gonna quickly wash my hands and we're gonna see how the story ends. Because there's still the question, obviously, how are they gonna make the loop happen, right? How does this work? Hey, let's see.
Hey, princess. The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
The very best.
Finally.
Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Chronos as we tie up some loose ends.
It must be hard to even look at him after everything he did. I can't help but be glad we're all here, but that's easy for me to say, not having been locked in a lifelong conflict.
I'll manage. You helped me realize there even was a path toward this outcome. As I faced Chronos in this house, I started to sense that being cut off from this family was consuming him.
I might have consumed him completely. Good thing we make a decent brother-sister team. Past and present, real and imagined. And now we don't even need Dreamtime witch magic to stay in touch.
No, I suppose not. Feels like we've been through thick and thin together, doesn't it? Even without the memories of a wholly different and generally more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Come on, you're not the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other, though still. I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
I will. You take care too.
Okay, I mean, it's very obvious that we're going to be traveling back in time.
Heading out? Olympus doesn't like to be kept waiting, I know. We'll remember you here, lass. Somehow it still feels as if we've only met. What an unusual time.
That it is, Achilles, sir. I have these glimpses now of cherished moments I might have spent with you and the other house servants had the past but gone differently. Are the others doing well?
They seem to be. Your relatives recovered the most swiftly, but I think we're all still feeling some effects. And catching up on everything we missed, and aiding where we can.
I'll miss you all. This really does feel like a dream at times. I fear I may forget it, as one tends to do with dreams.
I trust you'll still remember what I always told you about fear. Please don't worry. I know we may not see you for a while, but I shall await whenever we may meet again.
As shall I.
My beautiful daughter. We were just talking about you. How you were as a child. Both in this life and the other. Growing up is so difficult. And you had to do it twice.
Which makes me beyond fortunate. Hecate was the best caretaker I can imagine. And I'm so grateful to have experienced a life with you, Mother. Where there was so much warmth. And now you've met this other side of me.
And I shall eagerly await getting to know this other side of you even better. And, Hecate, you're certain it's no burden to you to continue looking after her, just in case?
I swore to you that no harm shall come to your daughter, O Queen, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
Then it's settled. And, Melinoë, for what it's worth, I likewise opted not to live at home when I was in my youth.
Please reconsider this, Melinoë. You cannot be serious about returning to that dusty glade. Your rightful home is here. And you may be unable to return whilst you are with us due to laws much older than ours. To serve the unseen
is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Headmistress, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads. Especially when we've so much left to do.
Working with Chronos on this new venture of his, you've been instrumental in altering time as we know it. So you're certainly the best fit to keep things that way.
Ensuring time keeps working in our favor seems like a good way to spend my own time. It should be interesting, and the matter is close to my heart. Perhaps I was born for this.
You were born for much more, but we'll do our share. Cerberus has already taken to prancing through the fields of his own accord, and your father and I shall not be far. As for your brother, well, he always turns up.
All this is going to be an adjustment, though, isn't it? Even if I'll see you all again soon.
An adjustment is putting it mildly. Now go make your rounds, and I'll see you off before you depart. I love you, baby girl.
I love you too, Mother.
Let's see. So the loop is gonna happen in an interesting way here for sure.
When I was having difficulties with my son, sometimes I thought of you, Father. I cannot fathom having had more children to contend with all at once.
Yes, well, I was not terribly successful at contending with you a lot now, was I? Particularly Zeus. To think that I shall see him and the others again soon.
I can make no assurances about how you shall be received. These dreamlike memories we share did not reach Mount Olympus, it seems. But Zeus does have my full report.
Surely a ringing endorsement. But I merely jest. If time can be so cruel, then it is only fitting for children to be much the same. Would you not agree, granddaughter?
We may have more in common than we'd like to admit. But in any event, Lord Uncle Zeus asked you to come alone. Only the Fates now know what lies in store. Although there's still no sign of them, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about such possibilities as we experienced is correct, we may find them.
We shall. And I look forward to testing this hypothesis. Perhaps we'll all learn something about ourselves.
Would that we could. Gods and titans may be doomed to live forever, but we need not be bound to our old ways.
Indeed. Father, thank you for all your hospitality. It gladdens me to see you doing well.
I would not be if not for you, daughter. I trust that we shall see each other again soon. And perhaps even you, father.
Likewise, Hades. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father, I wish you the best with the ongoing Underworld renovations. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Shadows conceal you.
That's a fucking beautiful fountain. And a picture of us is now in here. That's really cute, going back here.
Sister Selene, great mix.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired.
Trying times shall always come about, testing our resolve. Thus we grow strong, as do the bonds we share. Even now, I sense the powerful connection between you and the princess of the Underworld.
It was my honor to work with Sister Selene Onyx. She has always been my guiding light. I'm so pleased that you could finally see each other again.
A reunion you made possible, with Hecate and the Unseen. Your services shall be remembered, O Melinoë, Princess. Now go, for there are more reunions to be had.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, Sister Selene. I thought perhaps not even Headmistress could in all her experience.
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Melinoë, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, daughter.
You get to fly like this each night.
If I may briefly interrupt, we have arrived at our initial destination, everyone. Olympus is not far from here.
I do appreciate the ride upon your gleaming chariot, O Moon. But it is time for me to go. Perhaps my conversations with Hades have prepared me to face my other sons.
We've informed Lord Uncle Zeus of what happened and given our recommendations. Though he'll have many questions for you. And ought to be expecting you by now. Remember the chance you've been given, Grandfather.
Time cannot forget, and ought never to be late. May Zeus at least permit me to assist you from here on. Knowing there were real possibilities, this all could have gone worse.
To think that the entire flow of time is fractured because of what occurred.
I would liken it more to a moment of self-discovery on my part. Despite my advanced age, it seems I did not know all that there is to know about myself. But then again, who does? Now farewell, and thank you, granddaughter. Right, off I go.
Well, good evening.
Thought we'd drop in.
Lord Apollo and Lady Artemis.
It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene. And you must be the esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousin very well indeed to have brought Chronos to our heights, still in one piece.
Fine, Apollo, I was incorrect for once. No need to boast. Melinoë, I may have wagered that you'd cut the Titan to ribbons sooner than you'd bring him here.
I know it's unimaginable, but he came here willingly. And Lord Zeus wanted to speak to him in private. Wait, does that mean you were kicked out of your house?
Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the Crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off?
We ride.
Here we go.
till the twilight comes now. Moonlight guides us starry-eyed and see all are one, the glowing moon and shining sun, the shadow and the light are two signs of a single golden coin that's spinning round. After dusk, when the moon starts to rise, silver rays to illuminate the night. Seas reflect her gleaming beauty, carried along the changing tides. Then dawn arrives, and just in time, repeating, all are one, the glowing moon and shining sun, the shadow and the light are two sides of a single golden coin that's spinning round. Fate still weaving, enter leaving. Fate still weaving, interleaving, woven all together as we all are one. The glowing moon and shining sun, the shadow and the light are two sides of a single golden coin that's spinning. Time moves past, the fates' designs arrive at last. What came before has come and gone. The moment's yet to come. To us, time belongs to us.
Hey, that's us.
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, restored to his rightful throne alongside splendorous Persephone, the queen. The attacks upon Olympus finally ceased, and ever since, the gods governed our world with newfound care. As for the princess of the dead, Melinoë, She stayed in steady touch with all her family from the dark comfort of the shadows that had long since been her home. And she and the Silver Sisters kept their secret vigil over all the realms forevermore.
May it all turn out that way in time, Homer. Though we're not there yet, especially not with the Fates still missing. We achieved something important, but more is to be done. I said we're not finished.
Hey, so, this time around the loop is a bit more convoluted than the one in Hades 1. It's kind of a bit mysterious still, but ever since Transistor, they have like moved on from negative endings to more positive endings, which I think is okay, right? Not every game needs to have a Transistor-like ending. So I think for me, it's fine that it ends like this, and it was obviously, I think, a pretty predictable way for this game to end. I mean, not exactly how they choose to close the loop, but I kind of didn't think it was just gonna be, oh, you kill the guy and then you move on, right? Ever since Hades like Zagreus was like voicing his concerns, he was like a bit more obvious that they were going to go there. They didn't give you a choice, which makes sense because they do have to ensure the post-game playability, because they can't know when you beat the game, right? We beat the game night 32 or something. And a lot of people will beat it maybe like 60, 70, whatever, right? They will insert whatever number you want there. And it probably maybe more like 40, 50, I don't know. Whatever, I don't know like what the average night is to beat the game. But yeah, you have to assume that a lot of people will not have finished most of the stuff that the game has to offer. And yeah, it's a very positive, upbeat ending. And I don't mind that, right? Like not every game has to end in tragedy. Yeah, so I don't mind that personally, right? it's okay when some games don't have the negative ending, because honestly there are a lot of games which have negative endings these days, or like media, just for the cathartic impact of, oh, this is so sad, cry, whatever. So I don't mind if there are games and media who doesn't do that, right?
Little one, we really did it, didn't we?
Yeah, so the game obviously didn't go the negative route, right? Man, I really have to replay Transistor at some point, though. Yeah, I kind of wonder what they're gonna do from here, because obviously they could make a Hades 3, but like there's only so much you can do within the mythology without like stretching it too much. But I still think it's I kind of suspect they're gonna go the sci-fi modern route. I don't know, I have this feeling it's gonna be very, very sci-fi. I don't know why, like back to Transistor or something. Yeah. And yeah, Nyx is very powerful, I think, in the mythology, yeah. And yeah, I heard of the God of War and also played those games. He also went from being pretty brutal to being a bit more relaxed when he got a kid, according to Sony. Yeah, but no, I actually like this is a positive ending, right? Like not every game needs negative endings, and yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil the first game, but yeah, I think this is not unexpected, right? This is in 9. Obviously, time stuff is always a bit tricky, but in this case, like since it's like a bit more mythological, I guess like it's easier to explain quote unquote bullshit compared to other time paradox situations which make no sense whatsoever. But yeah, in this case, I think we're gonna see where it leads, because we haven't found the Fates yet, so there seems to be still stuff we can do, and we also still don't know much about her. There's like we didn't unlock a single romance because we beat the game too fast. Yeah, we needed a Chronos betrayal. Yeah, they could have gone that route, right, for sure. But I just don't think it's like the type of game they wanted to make. Like I think the core idea of this game is a pretty positive one, right? Like it's more of a they didn't want to make it too dark, I think, in that way, which is it's fine. It's like it's a choice, but we'll see how they handle it when we play the next run here. And yeah, I know he did eat his kids in the past. That's true. Yeah. But that's a good part about mythology. You can just like change the parts you don't like. But let me quickly check something here. Okay, that took 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, that was a pretty long run because I talked too much.
Here. Did you complete your big important task? Because that's what I'm hearing from the other shades.
Well, for the most part, yes. My family is back. My mother and father are restored to the Underworld throne, and my brother's back too. But we have many details to sort out, and the Titan Chronos is going to be assisting us with that.
The Titan you said you were going to slay this whole time. Assisting us. Hate to say it, Mel, but sounds to me like you totally blew it. At least the Titan part.
He's no longer himself, or rather, no longer the way he used to be, and we'll be closely watching him.
Sure. So then, congratulations are in order, basically?
Well, if you like.
I do. Congratulations, Mel.
Aww.
What an accomplishment. Your task is finally complete. Perhaps the fates knew you'd succeed, but I couldn't always be certain, although I held to what could be considered hope.
And your support made it possible, Lord Moros. For one thing, if you hadn't intervened when I was trying to reach the surface, Typhon might have reduced Olympus to ruin.
Doom averted. We children of Nyx have already heard that Mother is no longer bound in Tartarus. You have our deepest gratitude. Certainly mine. Well then, what happens now?
I suppose I ought to go make certain everything's in order. My father started renovations to the Underworld, and I volunteered to help clean up. The surface needs it too.
Then it sounds like I may see you again soon?
Absolutely.
Just leave it.
Never change.
There's more still to be done.
What? I didn't read it completely. What?
It isn't so trouble. The Chronos stuff I'm hearing, he's really calling it quits? And he let Nyx and everybody off? What did you do to him?
Working with my brother in a bygone time, we flooded our grandfather's mind with a cascade of new memories of the family he then realized he always had, creating in him a profound and sudden change. Why? What's your concern?
My concern is that you ruined everything. So now we'll all have peace and harmony, joyful reunions, apologies, promises to never let this type of thing happen again? Ugh!
Have you met our families, Eris? It's never that simple.
It better not be, or I'll never forgive you.
I like what she drew there on the stone. Okay, well, we're gonna finish up the you know, like,
Me, everyone.
we're gonna finish talking to everybody here. I mean, we did an okay job. I think the start is so ass. I mean, I kind of expected with the meta progression here, but I think it's okay, right? In total, we did an okay job. The question now is how are we gonna handle the game, right? Because it's Crimson Desert's coming up, and I kind of do like doing this game on stream still because there's still a story, but I'm not sure how we're gonna split these two games. How we're gonna handle that.
Despite the vanity of this Narcissus,
The fates,
he
they're
shall
out
be
there still.
generous.
Wait, we didn't get a reward for this? Really? Well, fuck me, I guess.
How are you faring lately, Headmistress? You've been, well, more reserved than I expected since the House of Hades. You said we'd speak more later.
How soon later turns to now. Look, Melinoë, I ought be in a more celebratory mood, given what you finally achieved. I am, above all, very proud of you. But being back at the house awakened memories that ought to remain dormant.
Even though you got to see Mother and Father again, and Nyx, they were so grateful to you, I could tell. I am so grateful to you. Things may not have gone precisely as we planned, but the result is what we sought, isn't it?
You refer to Chronos. I long to see that wretch destroyed. My heart remains poisoned by the thought. I am attempting still to draw that poison out. Do give me time.
I remember you once told me that destroying Chronos would not change the past, and that the pain would linger.
And I was probably correct. Yet we cannot help but reassess the turns our lives take, through our own choices and otherwise. Anyhow, are you prepared to carry on?
Nearly so. Retracing my steps should be interesting.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Circles of protection. Activate warding circles found throughout Erebus to then use to your advantage. In Erebus. Okay. Kind of random.
Right. I command the dark to aid my task, and with me find my mark. So mote it be.
Okay, and we can still make those, but not much else.
Glowing reports. You found a path to victory and got us there. Wouldn't have been much of a plan if it didn't leave room to improvise. Of course, our plan now also has this other phase as a result.
Cleaning up after Chronos. We all thought I would get rid of him, but I found another way. One I think shall leave my family better off, if not the rest of the world, eventually.
I well and truly understand, Goddess, and do believe your choice was wise. As for what's next, everything is ready for you to proceed if and when you are.
Eliminating real possibilities that we could have failed. Ensuring time flows freely forth, as Chronos puts it. I don't quite know what to expect, but the change we're fighting for won't happen overnight. What do you make of it?
My personal opinion is it doesn't hurt to try. To the extent you had other matters to resolve, consider it an opportunity to do so. And we'll always be anticipating your return.
Then let's give it a go.
Okay, we're gonna see what the... I mean, they're kind of being very vague about it. And yeah, good night, Jesus. Hope you're doing well. And thanks for dropping by in the many nice comments and discussions we had. I'm also going to be calling the stream pretty soon. We're just going to tie up the dialogue section here, and then I'm going to probably order some food and eat. And then we might or might not have another stream.
It's done.
But definitely tomorrow we're going to be playing Crimson Desert. And I also kind of want to continue Hades to some degree until it gets to the point where I feel like, okay, we've seen what the game has to offer. And I'm okay with either playing a little bit maybe off stream or just like whatever, right? So yeah, I haven't really decided yet what our path is going to be there.
Our gift from Olympus looks good by Father's Fountain.
It's a bit much.
Our garden flourishes.
Grow and flourish.
Oh, good.
Still asleep. My memories of you from that potential past I experienced in the House of Hades. You were so different, Lord Hypnos. Who are you truly? How can I finally get through to you? Moonlight guides you.
Hey, do we have additional...
Our nightly ritual.
Yeah, I don't think we actually have anything we can... We can't do anything right now, I think. Holy... Oh, okay, now we can buy twin lures every day if you want to as well. I mean, do we still need moon dust? I guess we do, kind of.
Order approved.
Finally back from your father's house. Was Hecate all right? After the Titan got her, I ought to have taken guard duty more seriously and won't soon forgive myself is all.
Headmistress would only want for you to learn from it. I half wonder if she let herself be taken just to get closer to our mark. Perhaps go speak with her.
Yeah. And what of Chronos? Heard he isn't really dead and gone. How come everybody's cheering for you then?
He's dead and gone in the sense that we have neutralized the threat he posed. I now shall have to grow accustomed to having him as a grandfather, rather than a hated foe.
Don't see why he can't be both. This was never part of the task, and not like you to stray from the objective. We sure this supposedly neutralized Titan of Time is to be trusted?
Headmistress sealed his strongest powers just in case. At any rate, we did it, Nem.
Then how come you look like you're headed out again? Heard there's still more time-related business to sort out.
Well, yes, but...
Then we're not done.
Mm-hmm.
The sun and moon, two sides forming a whole, a newfound symbol of the union twixt Olympus and the Underworld, and a gift to the crossroads from the gods themselves.
Lord Hephaestus must have crafted this himself. Generously provided by Apollo and Artemis.
They could have given me the Eiffel Tower or some shit, but no, they gave me some...
Alright, time to put Grandfather's theories to the test. Only question is where to begin.
Regroup with Chronos both above and below. Interesting. Very interesting.
All hail our victorious princess of the Underworld!
He's there now.
Good shade, you made it here. I see you found your way.
The rousing tales of your great accomplishment preceded you, young one, and I am here to heap still further praise. Great job back there with all the Chronos stuff.
Thank you very much, Commander. Though, what are you still doing here? I kept expecting you'd return to your honorary post at the house, but eventually I had to depart.
Well, you are not exactly done with everything, are you? I see you eyeballing the gateways out, wondering what's gonna happen now. So as long as you're here, so am I.
So then you're sworn to us. To me.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Will he go to the bathing thing with us? It's kind of weird. I kind of want to do it with somebody else for this night.
The moon's waning.
Wait, does the moon actually change? I never paid attention to that. Okay, otherwise I think we are...
Do not avert your gaze.
I think we're good to start whatever run we want to start here.
The depths of the abyss.
So this one is kind of surprising. I kind of expected it to have at least a little bit more here, and I guess like the difficulty would also imply, I think the more eyes are open, the harder it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure we're gonna unlock more of these in the future, because I do think we beat the game a bit faster than they probably expected on average. So I would assume that we're slightly ahead of the curve in things and can still we still have stuff to unlock basically, which I think.
Insights.
That we can look at. I mean, the reward alteration seems actually pretty decent, but I don't know. I like our build, man. It's working. Why would we change it? Yeah, no incantation tonight, bro. Will he go to the bathing thing with us? Is he ready? Yeah, I think he would be ready. Wait. Oh, wait, you can see what they expect, or am I tripping? Or does it just show whatever we just chose there? Like, because he has the fishing thing on the next one. Will he accept this one?
Say, Lord Moros, would you accompany me to the riverside? I have a feeling your mere presence may help with the evening's catch.
I have a way with mortal creatures of all sorts, so I'll accompany you. Yes. Forgive me, though I never have quite understood the compulsion to extract water creatures from their natural environs. I know for mortals it is sometimes necessary sustenance, though others do it for the sake of sport. Why?
For mortals, it seems to be an opportunity to assert themselves over the natural world. Though I would take no pride in outsmarting such creatures if I were them. In our case, we safeguard habitats for all the species that we find.
That seems like a burdensome responsibility for creatures that ought to take better care of themselves.
Well, there's more to it, I suppose. For one thing, it sets a contemplative mood, right? Means we can talk a little bit about matters unrelated to our own burdensome responsibilities.
I can certainly appreciate that part. And now we wait. Patience is a necessary skill in this pursuit. Steady, princess. Come meet your fate.
It's a soul belly.
Impressive catch. Perhaps it's good to let the mind wander a bit to such pursuits, every once in a while.
Yeah, those fishes were doomed. Okay, but all jokes aside,
Drink of the earth.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get 6 of them eventually. Like, okay, what else do we do? What else do we do?
Babe, no one ever gets me anything like this. Except the last couple of times you got me the exact same thing. But oh, I feel so bad I don't have anything for you.
It's only a gift to make you feel a little better, not worse. Don't mention it, just you enjoy. But please don't leave the empty bottle on the ground.
Okay, but this is it for today. So yeah, I mean, a wholesome ending was kind of expected. We're definitely gonna do the next run on stream though, because I do want to show how the game loops later on. I'm pretty sure you can also romance the characters again to some degree, I would assume, maybe. We're also still missing our friend here, because every time we pass him, I just noticed it's too late. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna remember that the next time we go up. And yeah, we still obviously have tons of things to unlock, challenges to beat. I mean, obviously there's like a bunch of difficulty settings you can change to make the game incredibly challenging too. So if you're looking for a challenge, the game has you covered for sure. Otherwise, yeah, I like the ending. Very cute. A lot of like obviously throwbacks to the first game. And I still recommend obviously playing the first game first before you play this game. I mean, both are great games, so why not play both? And yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the best games ever made together with Hades 1 for sure. Really, really enjoyed it. I would easily give this game a 10 out of 10, right? For me, this is what I wanted out of it. It's super fun to play. Yeah, this for me is a 10 out of 10. I guess you still get locked into the animation a bit. Yeah, so this is the only weapon that feels like you get hit a bit too often while doing something. But maybe I also suck at it, and we're gonna have to learn it in the future. But yeah, this is the only thing I would like look at. Like, I mean, the animation queuing is for sure too long, right? Like the animation input queuing is a bit too long on this one. Like the buffering that's going on here. But this is the only real thing I would change. So from my perspective, that is a very small thing. You know me, right? When we talk about games, I have a lot of opinions about them. But this one is just super fun, and like it's very, very close to being perfect for what it wants to achieve. for me, right? Like it's very, very close to being perfect. And yeah, I don't say that a lot about games, right? If you know me, usually, even if I give it a very high rating at the end, I will still have like stuff I would have changed or something. But in this case, I really like, yeah, sure, the input stuff. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that, because that was the first stuff we talked about when starting the game. Yeah, the input, I would change a lot about how the auto mode works and the triggers and everything. I think basically what it needs is it needs an optional auto mode again, like reverting back to what they removed, as you can change that, and the logic behind the existing mode would have to be changed. And also I would have liked a dedicated charge attack button that doesn't require you to attack once before doing this attack if you already are using 2 dedicated buttons with an auto mode. So yeah, I think there is still potential in terms of like input. The game doesn't also have that many settings in general, which I don't think it really needs, but it's always better to have customization for sure. It doesn't support HDR, which I don't think the art style really needs, right? Like HDR is like more of a nice to have, and I think the art style is going more for a painting look, so you don't really need HDR either. So that's like more of a, doesn't have to be there. But for sure, like, like some sort of upscaling optionally for maybe the people who are in a weaker PC. I mean, I guess the game is well optimized anyway, but like some sort of upscaling, maybe just optional to make it run even on the potatoes, could maybe be not too bad or anything. But in general, I think like the inputs is the only real thing I would actually have small tweaks to, make it more to my personal liking. And potentially also, like help people who maybe prefer this input style and are not on Steam and have the options we have to change them, which is also not optional because you have to change them per weapon, right? Like now I have to actually go back and if I don't like button mashing, I have to go back and change it. But okay. Whatever the case, easy 10 out of 10, highly recommended. Like, especially if you haven't played the series, start with 1. And honestly, if I had to recommend Supergiant Games, I would say just start with the first Bastion. It's still super fun to play, probably. I mean, I haven't played it in a while, but I would assume that Bastion, the original one, is still super fun. Then, from a story perspective, I think also, obviously, Transistor, really good. Unfortunately, Transistor has a combat system which a lot of people didn't understand. I think a lot of people played Transistor wrong. And I think that is maybe there is a fault in the developer for the tutorialization, but I do remember distinctly reading a couple of reviews that didn't quite understand how the game was meant to be played. And as a result, one of the most brilliant combat systems in gaming, the one in Transistor, didn't really pop. Pyre might be the one I say is the easiest to skip because it's like, I think it's not the most well-designed game. It's like a more of a storytelling game with a little bit of resource management and like a pseudo-sport minigame. Overall, I think the gameplay there was not as engaging as it was pretty easy and lacked the depth I think Transistor and Hades have in its quote-unquote combat system. So yeah, Pyre might be the one where I say you can skip that the most, but honestly, the ones I really recommend the most are definitely the Hades and Transistor for sure. These are like, Transistor is such a great story and a unique combat system, and just like, I wish I had streamed it so I could tell you, how you quote unquote can play the game to have most fun, but it's one of those games, right, that the people don't really understand how to play. And there's also this example, not a lot of people know that game. It's called like, What's Yours is Mine, I think. Is that what is that the name? Is that what it's called actually? It's basically, I hope that's the name of the game. Yeah, Monaco, What's Yours is Mine. And it's basically a game where you play Pac-Man in a different layout, and a lot of people play it like a slow-paced stealth game, but it's meant to be a fast-paced game like Pac-Man, right? And it's kind of like some games just fail to actually showcase the way a game is meant to be played. If it's like visually distinct or like it allows different playstyles, which are quote unquote not the intended way to play. And I think, yeah, Transistor and Monaco What Yours is Mine, I did see people play those games quote unquote wrong in a way that I don't think they were intended and designed for. And yeah, so when you go into Transistor, just expect it to be, like a unique combat system, and try to think about the possibility it gives before you just say, it's not a good combat system, whatever, and just play it like a real-time action game or something. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love Transistor. Transistor is such a fucking good game. Like, it's one of my favorite games of all time. My girlfriend also is one of her favorite games of all time. I already mentioned she did the Red cosplay where she was like, like she did the entire Transistor with lighting and everything, like the weapon. And yeah, she has a beautiful cosplay of that. And yeah, we're obviously big Supergiant Games fans. And you know me, I'm not a fan of a lot of things, right? Like, it's like, you have to consistently be good, and if their next game is shit, I'll call it shit. But I still think, on average, their creative output has been amazing, and they're really, really good at designing fantastic games. And, for sure, one of the best studios out there. And I don't know if they're still independent. I sure hope they are, because losing them would be a real loss for gaming, because they kind of merged modern game design with, like, arcadey looks, and, just really, really cool. And whatever they make next, I will play, up until the point they release a couple of duds, and then it'll be like, yeah. But if they never release a dud, this is one of the few devs that have I will buy this day one, no review, no question asked, right? They have my blind trust, basically. Yeah. So, I mean, after these many games, like ever since the original Bastion, they've been delivering fun memories and game times for me. It's like, They earned whatever they get, right? Even if I buy the next 5 games and they're trash, they still earned the money from my perspective. They gave me so much good time. So yeah, they have like an enormous amount of goodwill. And yeah, one of the few devs, right? There are not a lot of devs out there. Like, let's be clear, I don't have a lot of devs where I would say this. So yeah, you really high praise from me, but I just like the games, right? I just really, really like their games. And whatever is next, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing more of this too, obviously. And tomorrow, I mean, how likely is Crimson Desert to take place? Unless it gets a 40 on Metacritic, we're probably going to play the game, right? Even if it's controversial, I'm going to treat it as a Forspoken moment where the tech is interesting and it's a unique engine. And like I really liked Forspoken. Just watch my gameplay, please, before you say, wow, how can you like Forspoken? What a shit woke game, blah blah blah. I liked it for the gameplay, right? If you changed everything about the gameplay, customized the controls and inputs and everything, basically made it a different game from the developer's intent, quote unquote. It was such a fun game, and yeah, I really, really liked Forspoken. I really sad the studio shut down because obviously. The storytelling was irrelevant for me, but the gameplay was really, really cool. So, in a way, yeah, even if Crimson Desert might not be the most normal mainstream hit in terms of gameplay, at least visually, and maybe for me, I don't know, it might be trash, right? I have no idea, and we'll gonna look at it pretty much regardless of what reviews say. Am I gonna look at reviews before playing it? It's kind of hard. I said it, I will play it if it's not complete trash. I think, honestly, Crimson Desert does warrant looking at the reviews ahead of time, right? Yes, it will bias me, but I'm also negatively biased because they're the guys who made Black Desert, one of the most hardcore PvP pay-to-win games ever made, and that is not a positive history, right? So I'm hesitant enough in that regard that I will definitely keep an eye out for reviews. I expected it to land anywhere between a 7 and a 9 out of 10 on most sites. That's my expectation, but we'll see, right? If I had to predict a Metacritic score, I would probably predict an 80. But we'll see once the reviews drop. I think the embargo lifts tonight, or has it already lifted? I have no idea, but we'll talk about it when we stream the next time. If it's already out at that point, right? Otherwise, I might see you later for more Hades 2. So we're going to maybe do the next run here. But yeah, as always, thanks a bunch for watching. Have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye-bye.